morning friends. Today we have a different reason to go for a charity run and I'm going to walk you through it. So I have been doing videos around like charity shop runs because like I'm passionate about like getting people to think about things they can buy secondhand, not necessarily new. So basically I've done loads of videos already around charity shop runs and I encourage you to have a look at those because like some of them are really cute, especially when I either go with my husband or go with my 3-year-old as well. But we basically moved into an affluent area and it means that like the charity shop stuff is just so much better. And that's why I'm making the most out of it anyway. But enough of that. Basically, if you are new here, I am Alina Ghost and I do lots of mum content, mum hacks, toddler stuff. I started out with like lots of cloth nappies as well, so if you're interested in that, do check out the playlist. I'll link down below. But basically, as I said, we've moved into a new house and we've got lots of makeover stuff that we've already done and are doing. The thing that's coming up in the next couple of weeks is basically we are getting our bathroom redone, so that would be super awesome. But basically hit that subscribe button if you're interested to see more. And basically today the focus is my toddler who's 3 years old. He goes to a preschool nearby and basically he stopped wanting to go to school. He was one of those kids that was basically running in and not looking back. But the last few weeks we found that because of a change of routine, we actually went on holiday Centre Parks and took him out of school as well. Before that, mummy and daddy, so myself and my husband, were away for a week in Sri Lanka without him. So basically it was all topsy-turvy. And when we came back, he basically didn't want to go in. So a way to tackle that was to create this box. I basically made an Aiden's big boy box, and inside I basically started out with putting things that are like chocolate and sweeties, like a lollipop. And I thought I'd go into charity shops and buy some of these. I managed to buy 2. There wasn't much of a selection last time I went. Unfortunately, I didn't film it because it was like a spontaneous one. But I popped in and picked up those 2 little cars. So the idea today is basically to go into the charity shops that we've got around in the high street and look for either more cars or more little toys that I can fit into this shoe box here. And it worked a treat. We've done it for a week only, but it was fantastic because as soon as he comes back from preschool, one time I didn't even get a hello. He like pushed past me and went straight to the box. Super excited. And he's like, I'm excited. So it did encourage him to go into school. And actually he did stop crying in the mornings as well. And it was only 3 days actually. So it really does work. And I can't wait to see what we find today. So let's get to it. I did just buy 2 little cars, and although I think they're a little bit too big for what we usually play with, firstly I thought it was Mater and he absolutely loves cars and all the characters from Cars, but then the other one was a racing one. They are a little bit too big, but I thought if they're 25p and it's going to a good cause, so I might as well. And worst comes to worst, if it actually doesn't work out, all I can do is just like throw away, or rather return it, so give it back to charity for somebody else to buy it and play. I can't believe I just said throw away. I meant give it back to second hand basically. So yeah, do not throw stuff away if they're good and people can still play with. And ultimately what my friend did is they found lots of stuff in the playground, so sometimes if you bring toys to the playground, other kids might play with it. I only ended up getting just the one car in the end, and that was 50p, so I had the change for that, which was perfect. And last charity shop I go, basically see what's in this one, but sometimes it's very hit and miss in terms of like the kids stuff, so we'll see how that goes. Find anything in that last one. As I said, it can be very hit and miss, and the kids section is like tiny. Basically no cars, no little items that I thought are worth getting him because he won't get excited over it, whereas any car he pretty much loves and we can play with in his like airport set, or like he's got like a little parking and everything. If you've seen it before in the other vlogs you'll know what I mean. But basically I think I need to get a little bit more inventive. Maybe I'll pop to the shop now as well, get some lollipops. Like I ideally wouldn't want to put all like sweet treats in there, because as soon as he comes back from school he knows that he's going to get treats and stuff, whereas I'd rather him eat something normal and more substantial first. But hey ho, if it means that he goes to school without a fuss, then that's what I'm going to do. So let's go to the shop now and see what I can get. Excuse me. These are the cars that I got in the end. This is the Mater car. As I said, he absolutely loves anything to do with the movie cars, and we've not had a Mater before, so this is going to be super duper fun and exciting for him. But I'll show you what I mean as in terms of like why I think it's a little bit too big. I've got the items here that I was going to show you, but this is the other racing car from Cars, I believe, and also quite big. I actually did check that it drives okay. I have found that a couple of cars that I got before didn't actually drive, so when we are playing basically on the slide and everything, we just want to make sure that it does go down. So these two will be good for the slide. And then I've got a little one as well, so let me try to show you so that it focuses. But basically this one's a gold one. I just went for the colour really, and I didn't want to get too many because you can usually tell the quality of these cars. This one's probably not that good because it's plastic. I usually like to get like the more metal bases that are a bit of a higher quality, a little bit like this one. Basically it's just a little bit heavier, and you can tell by the sturdiness of it. This one's like really flimsy, quite tiny, but I think we'll have lots and lots of fun with this one anyway. So before I show you the how we're going to play with the items, I was just going to say, like, the reason I wanted 3 cars, and it worked out really well, I didn't want to get all of them. I needed 3 cars because he's going to nursery 3 days, even though one of the days is a half a day, so maybe he'll get less sweeties for that. I'm not quite sure yet. I've not worked out exactly how I'm going to do it, but I thought with these ones, instead of giving him the whole packet, because I popped to the shop at the end, the lollipop's fine, I can just put that with the car. I usually like to put 3 things in there, so I'll probably put like a bit of a chocolate in there as well. But with these things, because they're so big, I'd probably use like a little like Tupperware box, you know, like the kids ones, and put a few of these in there, maybe 1 or 2 of this in there, so that he's not getting overloaded with the sugar. So I'm being a little bit smarter with it. And if you've got any other ideas what else I can put in there to get him excited, like I don't want to put clothes in there because I don't think he'll care about that. I don't want to put like other things, maybe balls, he likes balls, but where do I get them from? Like maybe I can get like a set from Amazon or something. I just don't want to spend too much money either, because like it's quite frequent, you know, 3 days a week is quite frequent. So yeah, if you have any ideas or suggestions, pop that down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. So yeah, let me show you now what I mean by these cars being a little bit too big. So it's a really good car, so we can definitely put it down the slide. So that's a lot of fun. But then when it comes to the airport, the one that I've mentioned before, if I pop that at the top, it basically doesn't fit, and it doesn't go down either, you know, like it does that and then it gets stuck. And the same for the race car, I'm guessing, because it's just a little bit too fat. Yeah, so we can't play them on those. The other one that I mentioned was actually, it's over here. This is like I can't decide whether it's a car park with like a roundabout like drive thing. I think it must be. Look, it's got those 2. It's got like a platform that goes up and down as well, but basically just again just a bit too big, which is a shame. And I usually look for the smaller cars that have a little bit more metal in them, as mentioned before, but I definitely think that we can play on the slide with these, so that'll be super fun. So that was mission for today complete. Thanks so much for joining me and coming along and basically being a friend of mine, coming along with me, which was super awesome. Basically I'd love to do some more, so I do want to do some charity shop runs in the future, and not only go to where I live, but also another town nearby that has a couple more charity shops. And I'm hoping to do that with a collaboration with a friend of mine who goes to charity shops as well. I've been watching her videos for tons and tons, so I can't wait to share more on that soon. So hopefully see you then, guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye, friends.